A grim milestone was reached in Birmingham last night. It's 38 years since two pub bombings killed 21 people and injured almost 200 in the city centre.
6 men jailed for the atrocities were released in 1991 after their convictions were ruled unsafe. Investigators are now reviewing all the evidence in the case to see if it can be reopened. Callum Watkinson reports.
38 years after two bombs took 21 lives in the centre of Birmingham, relatives, friends and total strangers gathered to remember the victims.
On the 21st of November 1974, Irish Republican terror came to Birmingham's door.
Two pubs were bombed, the tavern in the town on New Street and the Mulberry Bush in the Rotunda building. 18-year-old Maxine Hambleton was the youngest of the victims. Her sister was 11 at the time.
I don't think anybody who has lost a loved one in such a brutal atrocity will ever get closure. Having someone that you love, that is so dear to you, to be ripped away at such a young age is devastating. You never recover.
The Provisional IRA have always been suspected but never accepted the blame. The men convicted 9 months later, who became known as the Birmingham Six, had their convictions overturned after 16 years in prison.
The tavern in the town is a pub no longer, and the rest of New Street has changed almost beyond recognition since that night in 1974. What remains unchanged is that 38 years on, the families of those 21 victims still don't know who murdered them.
It might be 38 years ago for us. It was as if it was just last night. We remember everything and we never forget, we never will forget, and we will fight until we get justice. 21 innocent people were murdered en masse in our city. And who in authority is investigating for them? Who is fighting for those people?
They want a public inquiry into the unsolved mass murder. The police commissioner says it's a stain on the reputation of the police. It will be up to investigators currently reviewing the evidence to recommend what should happen next. Callum Watkinson in Birmingham for Central Tonight.
The deputy leader of less